Breaking news right now, a massive worldwide computer outage has left businesses, airports, and emergency services with major problems around the world. Summit Manager Mark Liu live at the desk. He's tracking who's affected and the details of the cause. Mark, this is affecting us here in the newsroom as well.
It affected virtually anyone that uses a Windows PC for business. And as you said, it affected our computers here in the newsroom, including this computer that I'm working on right now. Last night, Mike Rogers, who does the desk segment for the night shift, reported this computer just went to black. But what this is all about, this is the service health status page for Microsoft. You can see here, they say that they are currently experiencing a service degradation. Yeah, that's one way to describe it. Users may be unable to access various Microsoft 365 apps and services. More specifically, this involves a company called CrowdStrike. Now, CrowdStrike is a third-party company that does cybersecurity, and they work with Windows, and they're the ones that say they pushed out an update that had a defect. Last night, Mac and Linux hosts are not impacted. This is not a security incident or cyber attack. So basically, computers that were affected by this update went into what's called a boot loop, where they would shut down and then they would be unable to restart into Windows correctly. Now, this affected computers all across the globe. I want to show you on Down Detector. This is a list of companies and services that users were reporting were down. This line here reports 24 hours, and you can see the Microsoft Store, an uptick in instances where people were reporting it's down. Microsoft 365, TD Bank, Visa, Amazon, ADT. And then on the next page, I also want to show you even CrowdStrike itself. The company that put out the security update was reported down. Delta Airlines, Bank of America, Amazon Web Services, Southwest Airlines, all across the globe. Coming back out here live to me, we have computers that are down and are unable to be restarted. Now, IT professionals across the world have discovered a workaround where they can actually get and sit down at a computer and eliminate one file in Windows, which should allow the computer to boot back up. But if you're not an IT professional or you're not familiar with Windows, it may not be a good idea to attempt this yourself, because deleting the wrong file could cause even more problems. Really quick here, locally here in Southern California, we've talked to LAPD and LA sheriffs and other emergency services. Their dispatch centers appear to be working normally. They weren't terribly affected by this outage, so emergency services still operating here in Los Angeles. That is the very latest from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, it's a scary thought to think just how vulnerable we are collectively as a world.
Yes.
Also, Mark, thank you. The computer outage is having a ripple effect in airlines as well, on airlines as well.
That's right. Several airlines shut down flights earlier this morning, and KCAL News reporter Amanda Starantino is live at LAX with that part of the story. A nightmare for travelers, Amanda.
Just a nightmare, Sheba. This is no fun for anyone who has been trying to travel through LAX and really any airport in the United States and across the world overnight and into this morning. Just take a look. I'm in Spirit Airlines now in Terminal 5. We actually wanted to check it out because there were reports that they were bringing in extra security because of needing help with crowd control. So we have seen some extra security in this area, but you know, I don't blame these people. They're upset. It's been a long night for so many. I've heard a lot of horror stories this morning of just how long people have been here. I did just check FlightAware, and across the U.S., about 2,000 flights have been delayed today, and more than 2,000 have been canceled. Those numbers just keep ticking up, so that's going to be more and more probably throughout the day. So the problem here at airports is not the plane technology for the actual flight. This tech glitch is causing problems with the check-in process. The scanning technology can't register passengers' boarding passes. So Delta, United, American Airlines grounded all flights at one point overnight. United Airlines saying on X that some flights are resuming and many customers today may experience delays. American Airlines says that as of 5 a.m., the airline has been able to safely reestablish their operations. I just talked with a couple trying to get home to the national area. They've been here at LAX since 7 last night. They were supposed to leave at 10. They were told they would manually board, but then it was canceled after being delayed, and they're traveling with 2 little ones, too.
Got to the gate about 8 o'clock maybe? 8, yeah, about 8 o'clock, 8:30ish. We sat there, they delayed the flight, then they said they were going to board us manually. Then maybe about 30 minutes after, they just canceled the flight and said the system was there, they don't know anything, they can't tell us anything.
Yeah, and it's just gone on from there. And again, they're traveling with 2 little babies, so it's not easy. And on top of all of that, just waiting to know when their next flight is, which they don't know yet from Spirit. They said that the airlines have been keeping their checked bags, so they can't leave to go get a hotel. Also, they've been moved out of the main part of the airport and into the check-in area again, where we all know there's not as much food options here. So a lot of people overnight just getting very frustrated and not knowing what's next. And it sounds like a lot of people that work here as well don't know what to do as well. So it's just a mess all over the place here. So if you're going to be flying, just check your flight status ahead of time before coming to the airport, because you might not have to sit through all of this. If you can just stay home, it might be a better idea.
Right. Travel already frustrating enough. Lots of things being impacted this morning. Thank you for the latest, Amanda.
Now you can get your KCAL news, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.